Okay, guys. Listen, I just got home this morning. Actually, I went to Margus's wedding after our track meet on Good Friday, and just got home. And I want to take a chance to, first of all, Tim, I'd like to say thank you. Just picked up a personal note you sent me in the mail on a card in handwriting. It's such a treat to get a note like that. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the thought and time and effort that it took for you to do that. In today's world, a personal note in the mail is so rare, but yet it's such a nice personal touch, and I really appreciate the sentiment. I love what I do. I have such a passion for it and such an interest in it, and then of course I love serving kids and feel that's what the good Lord put me on this earth to do. So. Having a chance to work with your son is really a joy. I really enjoy it. I love to find a different way to connect with my students and to know that I have a connection with you. And then, of course, I love the joy that you get with the father-son connection. It's such a neat thing to watch. So thank you for letting me be a part of it. And I can see some things here that you're trying to do, Austin. And I like the effort. I really do. We're not there yet, and primarily because I let you sneak a peek ahead, and I told you about the sprint. So you start thinking about the sprint, thinking, well, I'm going to jump from 110 to 140 without perfecting the back of the circle. So reason I gave you the thing to look forward to is to make you keep working hard at the piece we were talking about. Not to jump past that part and think that it's a motor pattern because it isn't yet. So once again, we really have to go back to the wind and start and connecting with this left leg. You'll see that the discus is here and this leg starts to move around. And that's not connected because this has to be all the way behind the hip, which then connects down through there and into the left leg and makes the left leg turn. So the fact that you're independently turning this without the aid of this means we're still not getting the connection. Okay, so it's still moving. This is still moving back, but yet you're moving over and you're moving the left side. So this discus never connects with the ground, even though you're sort of going through the series. Now let me talk about the good thing. Your hip height, very nice. You're flexing your leg, very nice. Love that part. I love the way you come in here at the start and you just set that. That's really a nice set. And then also, when we talked about staying inside rather than winding over here, you do that. So that part's a motor pattern because this is happening in a competition. But you can see now you're all in the middle. And then in a second here, now you're shifting to the right. Discus isn't back yet. Okay, so that's too soon. And this left side is free. It's not connected to here. Now at the very end it may connect right here, but then we'll watch this swing around and this swing around before this turns. So you can see how that's starting to move around and then this starts to move. Okay, so I want to say though, in terms of the left shoulder being on top of the knee, you definitely are moving this way. We're not in sync yet with the upper body and the lower body moving one because of the other. The timing is pretty good here, but they're not related to each other, if you understand what I'm saying. This movement here is not because of this movement here. It's just timed well. And that's not what we want. We want a cause and effect type relationship. So work on this, and then we can work on that, which is what you were doing here. You were trying to sprint here early, and you could see because you're still trying to find the discus that now you move the hip ahead, but look where you have to drive to do it. You're looking for this discus right here because it's gotten loose. You don't know where it is, so boom, cut that ahead, and we end up crossing over. You can see your axis is not on top of the right foot, so on the finish, you stop the right foot turning, and the hip doesn't really lead. The good news is, was this your PR 111? And you just added a tiny bit of sprint and got a piece of it. So it supports my theory that you can go in the 140s up to 150, but we have to do it in order. There's a process. It's good to look forward, look ahead. I want you to know that the next step is to sprint, But you can see right here, the upper body gets to this little free movement of its own. It's not because of the lower body. In the back here, it's very loosey-goosey, moves around. So we got to work on that connection. And then I think once we get that as a motor pattern, do it right every single time. Next Sunday, hopefully, when I see you, we'll give you a little drill to work on without actual throwing, that you can get more repetitions in on this. And then when you walk in the ring and this connects and this brings the discus, then off of this position, a very connected position, discus back here, left leg loaded and ready to go, and then we can work the sprint, and then you'll find out that your right leg moves around into the center and out, and like on glass. It's an amazing feeling, great feeling. The discus trails the whole way, and then it moves out, and it's really cool. So you're definitely moving that direction. We just got to stay on track. All right? Listen, congratulations on another PR. I think that's fantastic. Perfection is not the goal. Improvement is the goal. Okay? Cheers.